Let's talk about persuasion and the principles of persuasion. So what is persuasion? It is the art of influencing someone's thoughts, feelings, or actions through the use of strategic communication or manipulation of emotions. It involves convincing others to see things from your perspective, adopting your beliefs, and/or taking your desired course of action. It is about appealing to their emotions, values, and logic in order to sway their decision-making process. It's also important to know persuasion can be a good or a bad thing. Our first principle is reciprocation, and this is the natural urge to give back when someone does something for us. It's kind of like that inner push to return a favor of kindness because we feel like we owe it to them. So here we see this man giving this lady a gift and asking her to dinner later. She then opens the gift and feels like she needs to go to dinner with this man. She is then out at dinner and realizes that this probably isn't the decision that she actually wanted to make. Our second principle here is scarcity, and this is the idea that we value things more when they're hard to get, so the less available something is, the more we're going to want it. Here we see this man giving this lady a ring, and she opens it to see that it is this scarce diamond that everybody wants. She shows it off to her friend. She is likely to say yes and be persuaded because many people are willing to pay lots of money for this diamond. Our third principle here is authority, and this is the influence that comes from someone who we see as very knowledgeable or experienced in that area. Here we see these people giving this man praise, and behind him on the wall we also see some certificates. This lady is explaining and complaining about what's going on with her back pain. So he explains his expertise and his experience in the area. She is likely to take his advice because he obviously knows what he is talking about. Our fourth principle here is consistency, and this is the quality of sticking to our words or our actions even when we're faced with the pressure to change course. So here we see this kid in the books, and he's thinking of being a strong, smart graduate. Mom obviously wants him to eat some broccoli and get out of the sweets. She first has him make small commitments to the broccoli, and then large commitments to the broccoli, and he's obviously going to say yes because this is what's going to make him a strong, intelligent young man. Our fifth principle here is liking, and this is the way we're more easily influenced by people we feel a connection with. We're more likely to agree with someone we find friendly, cooperative, relatable, and attractive. Here we see this guy also asking this lady to dinner, and he obviously has some similar hobbies like photography. He is being a gentleman and holding the door open for her as well. He is also doing her a favor and holding her up the mirror so that way she can check her appearance. She is likely to say yes because he is being kind and relatable. So here for number 6, we have social proof or consensus, and this is our tendency to look at what others are doing to help us decide what we should do, especially when we are unsure. So here we see these ladies in these green tops. They are then complimenting this lady's green top, and their friend believes that she should also go get a green top for the party she is attending later. She then shows up to the party for people to be looking at her awkward. 7th principle is unity, and this was added after the first original 6, and this is the power of shared identity. It's when we feel connected to people because we see them as part of our group, whether it's family, beliefs, or our background. So here we can see this kid feeling like he's a part of the group because this other man here is cheering him on, and everybody else seems to be interested in what he's doing. So he obviously feels connected. So we have 2 ways of processing persuasion. First is the peripheral route, which relies on incidental cues, such as the speaker's attractiveness, which occurs when people are not motivated to think carefully. The other is central route, which involves focusing on the logical arguments presented and responding with thoughtful consideration, usually when people are motivated and able to think actively about this issue. So we also found an interesting fact about persuasion with research from Aronson. He shows that self-persuasion, where individuals convince themselves to change attitudes or behaviors, is more effective and long-lasting than direct persuasion. This is because self-persuasion comes from within, making people more motivated to change. In light of societal issues like school violence, self-persuasion strategies could be used to promote empathy and cooperation among young people. This is persuasion in a nutshell, folks.